After first discovering Wayne Dyer and later Louise Hay, it wasn't until I found Neville Goddard that something really started to click for me. Neville's teachings were my first real opening to this idea that I am in control of my own reality, that my imagination, my beliefs, and my subconscious mind are shaping my life every single day. It was also through Neville that I began to understand the deeper connection between the inner world and the outer world, and how changing my internal state could shift the reality I was experiencing. In this episode, we'll dive into Neville's most powerful technique, living in the end, a practice that teaches you to step into the feeling of your desire already fulfilled. What if the key to manifesting your desires isn't working harder, visualizing longer, or hoping for change, but instead assuming that it is already done? Neville Goddard called this living in the end, and it's one of the most transformative manifestation techniques ever taught. Who was Neville Goddard? Neville Goddard was a mystic, lecturer, and author whose teachings continue to influence millions of people today. He was born in 1905, and Neville spent decades teaching that your imagination creates your reality. Unlike many teachers of his time, Neville didn't just focus on positive thinking. He taught that the inner world is the only reality, and that your outer experience reflects the state you persist in internally. For many, Neville is the deep dive teacher you discover after reading books by Wayne Dyer or Louise Hay. They open up the door to manifestation, which often then leads to mystics like Neville. Neville taught that to create your desired reality, you must assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Instead of imagining wanting something, you imagine already having it. For example, if you want a new job, don't visualize the interview or even getting the offer. Visualize yourself already in the role, doing the work and feeling the satisfaction. The key isn't to force belief, it's to step into the emotional state of the reality you desire. Neville said, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and continue feeling it until it is realized. He also often said, and assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled until it hardens into place. So why it works: mind plus energy. Subconscious activation. The subconscious mind cannot distinguish between something vividly imagined and something physically experienced. When you, quote unquote, live in the end, you plant a new reality. You plant a new reality as fact, and your subconscious works to align your outer world accordingly. Energetic resonance. Emotions are vibrational signals. When you feel the state of, quote, already having it, end quote, your energy aligns with that reality, drawing matching experiences toward you. This is where Neville and modern quantum physics overlap. Energy responds to focus and intention. Neville's three-step process, he broke it down into these three simple steps. Step 1, define the desired end state. Get clear on what you want, but more importantly, why you want it. Step 2, enter the state. Use your imagination to create short, vivid mental scenery or a mental scene that implies your desire is already done, it's already fulfilled. And feel the emotions as if it's happening right now. Step 3, persist in that assumption. Return to this imagined state often. Let the feeling become your quote unquote home frequency where you come back to. And don't worry about how it unfolds. Stay anchored in the knowing that it already exists. There are some common misconceptions. Neville was clear. This is not about wishful thinking or daydreaming. It's not about controlling circumstances or forcing outcomes. It's about shifting your state of being because your outer reality mirrors your inner state. The goal isn't to make something happen. It's to become the version of you for whom it's already true. Connecting Neville to other teachers. Neville's teachings pair beautifully with other manifestation frameworks. Wayne Dyer, awareness of your thoughts. Louise Hay, self-love through affirmations. Joseph Murphy, reprogramming the subconscious. Neville takes this further by teaching us to embody the end state and not just think about it or affirm it. Neville Goddard's method of living in the end is one of the most practical and transformative manifestation techniques ever taught. Have you ever tried this before? Share your experiences in the comments below. And in our next episode, we'll explore Joseph Murphy's sleep programming method, a way to rewire your subconscious mind while you rest. Thank you for viewing. See you on the next one.